Hi soul family, how y'all doing? I have some friends that are feeling low today, and I know what that feels like. I got the shit kicked out of me last night. Well, they tried, right? Psychic attacks are not fun, and they kept coming today. Interesting though, I was warned about it, and I was warned about it, and and Spirit reminded me before I went to sleep, make sure that you clear your shield and ask for your perimeter to be protected and put a new shield around you for when you go to sleep. Because when we're run down, our auric field weakens and our shield weakens. And if we've had any negative feelings, which I had, right? And we start eating away at our own inner shield, our own protection from the inside. So we need to clear that all away and ask for more positive energy and then ask for protection. So I was really tired, and I shared it on my Facebook channel. I took a little video of Willow. She was upset because I had to move her and I to the center of the bed. She threw up because she ate too much food. She wolfed it all down, and then she threw it up on the foot of the bed. So I had to take my big faux fur coverlet into the bathroom and clean it off. And I guess I must have drugged the front corner up on my pillow part in the water, and I didn't realize that. So when I laid it out on the bed, I figured, oh, it's got all day to dry. I had wrung it dry, right? Wrong. I get into bed, and right at the top, right where my body would have laid, was wet. And I thought, okay, Willow, we got to go to the other side. And she's used to sleeping on my left hip. People get very, very used to certain things. They don't like change. Change is difficult even for animals, right? So she was all disgruntled because now she's trying to figure out how she's supposed to lay. She knows what she does every other night. So I said, okay, come on, let's go to the left side. You can figure it out. And I went to put my feet down, and that wet part was still wet. So I said, shoot, we can't sleep here, we can't sleep there. We had to go in the middle. So I got from Spirit yesterday too, be flexible, it's time for adjustment. I've slept on the right side of my bed for probably 3 years. 3 years. It's not good to do that anyway. I flip my mattress. But I thought, okay, because when you're supposed to keep space, if you're keeping space because you want somebody to come into your life, and I do, I wanted the love of my life to be in my life with me. So you're supposed to act as though it is, right? Like in your closet, there's space there. You don't want it all to where there's no room for somebody else to move in there. And I sleep on my side of the bed, like there's room for my partner on the other. Well, sandwiched between Willow. And so I thought, all right, here we go. So I was thinking of the 3 bears, right? Not this one, it's too small. Not this one, it's too big. This one, it's just right. So there we sat, and we laid down in the middle of the bed, and I actually slept really, really well. So I'm gonna try it again tonight. So sometimes you can't go to the left and you can't go to the right. So maybe take the middle road. Isn't that kind of like compromising, right? I don't want to go totally this way. I don't want to go totally that way, but if you meet me in the middle, it'll work. Song right now, tonight's going to be a good night. I got my money. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spend it all. Go out and smash it. Oh my God. Get off that sofa. Come on, get up. Drink it up. Mazel tov. See her dancing? Let's go dance around the living room. How fun. This song's always fun. So there's good energy right there, right? Tonight's going to be a good night. I mean, it's only 6:30 and it feels like midnight because it's so freaking dark. So anyway, I talked to some friends, and, you know, my friend Amy, she's got a cold and she's feeling shitty. And there's other people that are feeling sad. And I, you know, like I said, I had the crap kicked out of me, or they tried all night. And so I thought, it's time for some positive energy. Amy and I were talking, and, you know, she was saying, it's so great being friends with you, and you're an inspiration, and you help me out. And I was saying, it's so good for me to have soul family, like Amy and Melissa and Sandy and Christina and Erica, and oh God, it goes on and on, the list goes on, right? Because there's ones there that are always there to say something happy. Lily with her dog Max, and everybody's got the, they're all encouraging me with my little trailer project, right? Because I talked about this a long time ago, right? I wanted to have a little vehicle that I would be able to take on the road, and I could do my readings, do my work from it, and meet people that I have connected with for so many years. It's all part of my business, right? And so it's coming into being right now. So I want to thank everybody, because so many people pitched in and have wanted to keep the dream alive. Don't ever let go of your dreams. First item you're going to choose from is the Great Horned Owl. Diamond, this is my girl. I think, did I get this one, or did Erica give me this one? No, I got this one. But there's this one, great horned owl on a chain. And I have on my dream board the one that Erica gave me. I keep it on the dream board because the great horned owl is one of my main totems. So there's another one. So we got the one on the chain, and the free bird. Look at the eyelashes in this one. But they both have sexy eyelashes, don't they? Okay, so those two. And I was looking up at my lampshade. I've got the coolest stuff on my lampshade. Look at, this is my lampshade. It's important for me to have little things on here that matter. You must do the thing that you think you cannot do. This will be another item. You must do the thing that you think you cannot do. I can't remember. Protect this woman is what this says. Okay, I'm going to charge that. So we're going to take this out. I'm going to charge that. This little tree. I found that, actually. Bumblebee. Get busy and get after the honey. Or sweet victory. This bumblebee was my mom's. Actually, that one was as well. And this little butterfly. And this butterfly. And this one. These were all my mom's. So we're going to have this one. And of these ones, the bee, which one? The left one? Okay. This one. Okay. So those are our items to choose from. So let's figure out who's who, shall we? I just heard wood. So this is earth energy, the great horned owl. The grandmother. I like that one. This one's the young pup I just heard. A glitzy one. Somebody that really likes the shiny stuff. Likes a lot of... Now, all that glitters is not gold, young one. This one will be water element. This one is air element. Protect this woman. And this one is fire element. She's got blue eyes. Right on. I never saw that before. So there's a reason I chose the items that I did. There is an earth element woman that needs protection. And Spirit is saying that woman is protected. They're also saying you must protect this woman. Protect this woman. And this one, the song right now, I'm a bad girl. I like it when you get mad. I'm the seduce your dad girl. I'm the make your girlfriend mad girl. And this little bee right here doesn't want to waste her precious energy stinging such a foolish child, right? This one is getting busy and getting after the honey because this one plans on being very successful. Song, she's sweet but a psycho. Yeah, the nasty one. And then the wood sign. So this is interesting. I heard wood. Now, I find this interesting because for myself, I was just speaking to somebody and I was saying I'm a dragon. I'm an Aries dragon. And I always think I don't have earth in my elements, in my chart, right? But I am in the Chinese zodiac. I'm a wood dragon. I'm a wood dragon. So yes, I do. So this one, I heard wood. So it could have something to do with the last name Wood. It could have, would you? I would. I'm looking at also what look like the keys of the piano. I'm also looking at a level. I'm also looking at a saw. So I'm looking at tools. This one has got all the tools and knows how to sing and play music. Ooh, I like that one. This one's a fan. Look at the fantail. Always watching. Always watching. I know who this is. Interesting. And this one, the young one, is a different branch of the family. It could be soul family. This one comes from a wealthy heritage. Wealthy family line. That's why it's got a chain attached to it. Needs to learn how to fly free, so it needs to pay attention to this one. Interesting. Correct for neutrality on all levels. That's just one story for each item that was chosen, but they came up for a reason. So when I say things like that, pay attention. That's higher self stepping in. So detach. Let's detach from anything negative, from anything unhappy, from anything unpleasant. Let's detach from all the concerns of the day, all the concerns of the world, all of the financial worries, all of the health concerns. Let's just detach from anything and everything that doesn't feel fabulous, okay? I'm gonna take my magic wand, my unicorn wand, and we're gonna ask Archangel Michael and our Father to fill us. Open my crown, please. Archangel Michael, can you protect this meeting, protect this reading? I'm asking for my crown to be open. Father, please fill me with unconditional healing love. All the way from the bottom, all the way up to the top. You can join in if you want. I'm doing this because I'm seeing it. I'm feeling the energy. I'm an energy mover, actually. So I'm moving the energy around. I'll tell you what happened today while that's happening. I'm being filled, and so are you if you're jumping in on this. My landlord came running upstairs and he said, did you burn a wick? He calls my sage wands a wick. I am the Queen of Wands. If anybody would like to purchase one, I'm in the midst of rewrapping the super jumbo one that I made for Lori. It got wrapped again today, and I think I want to do it one more time. It's the biggest one I think I've made. I thought my daughter's was, but this is pretty freaking big, Lori. But after what happened last night, I saged the heck out of this house. But that was a message to me, and it's a message to you guys to pay attention to everything that people say to you and what's going on around you. There's more meanings than one. In my dream last night, I was being psychically attacked. I was at a football party, and the man and the wife that owned the home, they were nice enough. I felt positive energy coming from them. Their friends, not so much. And there was someone there that I used to be attached to, connected to. And that one threw me under the bus. That one said, I hate when she talks about all that spiritual stuff. And so, because they didn't want anyone to know that they were also that way. And when that happened, that's all that the women in this clan needed. Now, I called them women because I saw female energy, but it could have just been female energy, right? One of them had blonde hair. She was the ringleader, the nastiest witch of all. And they proceeded to stab me with spikes and nails and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to go on and on and on. But when you're in a lucid dream like that, I felt it. But I was protected beforehand. I took a picture of Willow. I didn't know that I took a picture of Willow when I recorded her last night. And I'm going to show you guys because this is spirit showing me. Before I even realized I was too tired. I wasn't connecting. And I'm not looking for trouble, right? I'd had enough, right? I was just trying to be peaceful. So after I was not so much. So here I'm doing the video and I'm snuggling. This is what she likes her tummy rubbed. How many people know cats that want their tummy rubbed? It's pretty interesting. But see, I'm in the middle of the bed, right? I'm not normally there. We're normally on the other side. So there she is. And this is the middle of the bed. And then we go to here. And I didn't even know that my camera took this picture. Now I've zoomed in on this, and you can actually see a white finger. And what it's doing is it's literally snipping this right here. Whatever energy was coming in, and Spirit told me to protect myself. They said you are going to have energy thrown at you. They literally showed me that I was going to have electrical currents thrown at me. And it arced. Whatever it was, arced off of this little metal dish. And you can see right here, it snapped. This little white finger stopped it. But shooting out from all around is white energy. I was so protected. Now, you may look at that and think, no, that's just some weird thing. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because I will tell you, what they were doing to me was extremely painful and vile. And what I thought about was the Hotel California, right? On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. I can't remember all the words. I'm gonna have to bring it up because it came up in when I first thing this morning, Hotel California. So here I am in the Hotel California, right? Trying to escape it. Hotel California. What's that part? There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle and she showed me the way. Think about this. Just because someone says that they're a light worker does not mean that they are working for the light. She lit up a candle and she showed me the way. But who's guiding you, right? There were voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Hold on. You're interfering. Hold on. Someone's stepping in and interfering. You're off. You're throwing me off key. Welcome to the Hotel I can't even get the words right now. This is my song. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you can find it here. Her mind is Tiffany twisted. She's got a Mercedes Benz. She's got a lot of pretty, pretty boys that she calls friends. How they dance in the courtyard, sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called up the captain, please bring me my wine, he said. We haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices are calling from far away. Wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. They're living it up at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise. Bring your alibis. Mirrors on the ceiling, the pink champagne on ice. And she said, we are all just prisoners here of our own device. And in the master's chambers, they gathered for the feast. They stabbed it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the night man. We are programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. That's what they think, because we can break those fucking chains, right? We don't need to be held down. We aren't held down. I was not held down, but they stabbed me all over and over with steely knives. I felt them going everywhere, and I thought, these men were watching this happen, but they were too afraid to stand up to these women that were in control of what was going on. And I thought, wow, how are you allowing this to happen? Why is nobody stepping in? And I said, you know what? I just want to go. Just let me leave. I just want to leave. And they were like, nope, they didn't want to let me leave. And there was a blonde woman, and she was the ringleader. I went into the bathroom to wash my hands, and I just wanted to pack my things and get out of there. And it looked as though the man of the house was going to let me go. But I went to the bathroom door and I opened it up, and she was in there. And when she saw me, she wasn't going to let me go, just like that. You're welcome to try, but you're never going to leave. You're never going to get out of here, right? So if you look up a woman in the Dream Bible, it's feminine personality, right? It's passive energy. So these could have been passive-aggressive men. These could have been gay men. These could have been actual women. They could be parts of our own selves that get screwed over by other people, right? Feelings about something that you don't think are good enough for you. It could be also reflecting women in your waking life. So unfortunately for me, I was already shown and I was targeted, right? So it doesn't really matter. It's a part of you that wasn't supported, that wasn't, it's definitely it's involving others and being screwed over. But it's funny because while they were doing that, and it was painful, I did feel it, and it was happening, I was protected before. Now, I spoke about this in our in the post that I shared with the picture of Willow that I showed you guys. And before I even recognized that, actually. Now, we may be going through things that are difficult. I have really, really difficult things. I just posted on my page of this family. The ICE agents targeted their entire family because they were looking for one. They arrested them one by one and harassed them, right? These ones that were after me, they were dealing with Santa Moreta, which is disgusting, vile, black magic crap. People that they worship dark energy, and they call on the energy of the darkness to help them. These are the ones that run prostitution rings. These are the ones that are drug runners. These are the ones that kidnap kids and sacrifice women and children. I mean, it's a vile, disgusting thing that they wrap up and they try to mix it up with Catholicism. One more reason I dislike religion altogether. So in this is what I said. I was shown something last night before I went to bed. I videotaped this and took these pictures. When I saw what I did, I shared this post. It appeared to be some type of energy hitting the bed, coming from something or someone who appears in the white light, sending it in. Now, at the time, when I was groggy, I was thinking, wow, that was them, right? That was because I literally saw them with the Steely knives. And my little trailer is called Sexy Beast 83 for me. I called it a sexy beast because we're talking about in the Oracle of Shadows and Light, there's been a great deal of healing that's been going on in romantic relationships. And you look at the Strange Valentine and you would think that this is a beast. But some may think that this is the beast, right? Remember this little one that's so fascinated? Oh, she went flying. Hold on, sorry. We got to figure out where you went. Did you go into the garbage? Where did you end up? Because we sent her flying out of here. I'll have to locate her later. And perhaps with that thought, in all reality, I think instead of using, oh no, here she is. You know where she was? You know where she landed? She landed face down in the cactus family because that's where she comes from. She's part of the cactus family. And she's very prickly. So she went flying. And that's her, right? You might have thought that this was your soulmate. You might have thought this was a twin soul. You had energy with this one, but it was karmic energy. This could have been a male or a female. This one is a little monster. This one is the one that was very fascinated with money. All that glitters is not gold, right? So I felt that was very incredible. That immediately is what came to my head. She stabbed you all over with the Steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Well, the beast is not this little one that appears to be innocent. The beast is actually the light worker. We all have the dark and the light within us. I showed it myself, and I talked to you guys about it. It came out, right? We all have darkness and light, absolutely. But the beast is what you don't want to actually kill. You want to learn to love the beast because the beast isn't actually as bad as this. This fake. The beast, we all have dark and light. Somebody said to me, Sherry, I've noticed for a long time, two sides of you. You know, and if you don't get it together, you might have a display like this happening again. And I said, you're right. There are two sides to me. There's more than two sides to me. There's many sides to me. I'm a paradox. We all have dark and light. And sometimes when things are repressed and repressed and repressed and repressed, instead of facing them, and which is what that person said as well, it'll explode. It needs to come out, right? So this little nasty one went flying and landed face first into the cactus family. And in my dream, they kept stabbing me all over and over with these Steely knives, but they couldn't kill the beast, what they thought was the beast. Because remember in Beauty and the Beast, how they were trying to kill the Gaston, the leader of the mob, was trying to kill the beast? And the beast had been cursed by someone else, by a wicked person. Or maybe because they had made a wrong decision, I can't remember, but they had been cursed. And true love's kiss was the only thing that was able to bring the beast back. But there was a beautiful, loving, gentle soul inside of that beast, right? So I appeared as a beast, but there's a beautiful, loving, gentle soul inside of me. So I took down my 2 videos. I thought, you know what, I beat myself enough yesterday. But those people were working with, they were kind of like feeding on that and deciding to go in. Because it's kind of like, if there's a lame wolf in the pack, the neighboring wolves, they'll pick the weakest link. They jump on that one. They think, okay, good, they're down, so let's take them right out. Wrong, I'm never down that far because I had protection. So what I was saying here is you could see that someone or appears in the white light sending it in. So at the time I was wondering who was it somebody appearing to be in the white light? No, it definitely was. I should have paid closer attention to at the time. I was tired. I'd been through a lot, right? I was warned by Spirit to pay attention before I went to bed, and I experienced the entire night long of the most vicious psychic attacks that I've ever experienced before. I have experienced some pretty nasty ones, both in dream space as well as in waking life. But this was absolutely vicious and evil. I won't tell you what they did to me. No one needs that toxicity. It was pretty awful. What I will tell you is it took place at a house party where the guys were there to watch a football game. Now, this is really intriguing. The women, which I saw as women, but they could have been, it was just feminine energy that I was reading. I'm an energy reader. Took advantage of the time together to do this. One of the men there was the person I had previously been connected to. As he was in a group of people who were not wanting me connected to this person and not wanting anyone to know he threw me under the bus in front of them all. That's all the women or feminine energy needed to go to it. The interesting part is that game doesn't start until tonight. My landlord said, wait a minute. He came in, I was telling him what happened, and he said, the football game. And I said, yeah. And he goes, there was no football game last night. It's tonight. And I said, who's playing? Let me tell you the rest. The football game had not happened at that time. And it starts tonight. It started tonight at 5:30 actually, and it was the Colts versus the Texans, which is interesting because I kept saying, all my exes live in Texas. I had this person connecting with me from Texas that I knew wasn't who they said they were. And I kept getting the same thing, Santa Marta, that energy. I kept getting that working with negative, using their gifts in a negative way, right? So I blocked that person. So I put in here the practice they're using is called Santa Marta. It's a cult, and it's often associated with violence, criminality, the illegal drug trade. It's popular. The deity is popular in prisons. It's a skeleton. They pray to the dead virgin, and they have shrines in many of the cells. It's found in many of the drug houses in Mexico and the United States. It's known for kidnapping the crime bosses. It's known for murdering and performing human sacrifices. It's about gang linked to the cartel. It goes on, and they take advantage of what they call gangster foot soldiers. They're vulnerable. They get brainwashed by these leaders, right? And they keep their soldiers very disciplined. And oh wow, I didn't see this. I just posted this and I hadn't read the very, very bottom part. The mane with beauty has blonde hair. Wow. That's the one. And that's the one that was the ringleader in my dream last night. The main one. It's amazing to me what our emotional bodies can endure while our lucid dreams are actually occurring. I beat myself up pretty good yesterday, but nothing compared to what these ones were attempting to do. If I didn't know the truth about karma and the fact that I was clearly being protected as I was battling these ones, I might have felt fear in my dream space. Instead, my failure to pay attention to what I was shown did not leave me vulnerable and exposed, as my team was clearly present and I was protected. Though the battle left me very tired this morning, lesson learned again. Pay attention. We're showing you the importance of shielding and protecting yourself before going to sleep, as well as when you get up in the morning. Spirit does not stop all the challenges that come at us, but they most definitely are there to help us through all of them. If they had not been there, the pain I did feel would have been much, much worse. But had I not felt that pain, it would not have impressed upon me the necessity of self-clearing, shielding, and protection. A good time to remind myself and anyone else out there that I was lightning before the thunder. Now, why did this happen the other day with me? It was a reminder for myself as well. Don't allow things to build up. Don't stuff things down. Don't pretend it's not there. Don't pretend that you're okay. Don't put on like the person said to me, don't slap on a happy face and pretend that it's all okay. Because if you do, you stuff it all down, it's going to explode again. Well, that's why I did the video. That's why I put it out, and that's why it was done, to show what happens, right? I was allowed to do that, even though I knew what I was going to do. It was all in lessons. So the chain has been broken from this one. This one might have been misled, right? Might have thought I was looking at something different, someone different. I thought I was looking at an angel of light. I did. It was shiny, it was pretty, it looked really good, but it wasn't what it seemed, and I was chained to it. It could be anything, right? Whatever it is. It could be addiction. It could be success. It could be status. It could be acceptance into I just heard a cult, right? It could be. This is the first card we're working with, and I heard it's going with the B. Okay. That's interesting. So that's the next card we're working with, and that's going with the Great Horned Owl. I don't see what it is. It's upside down, which is good. We want to have positive energy here. Now, sometimes you can't get away from the truth of what it is. It's not all pretty. But you can see that I will tell you what I went through was horrific last night, but I was protected. I didn't take that picture. It was on my camera. And you can clearly see that Spirit was stopping the energetic connection. Whatever was trying to go in, it arced, they stopped it. That was definitely Spirit, because I wrote last night about my birth father, how I saw him in, there's another, and another. No, not that one? Okay, that one. I saw him in a dream 7 years ago, and I didn't realize I was watching my own father. And he was the captain of a boat. And the boat was Chicken of the Sea. It was funny. He was always a skipper. He was always a yacht salesman. And he was a little bit shady. My mom worked for him. My mother was beautiful. She looked like Elizabeth Taylor. And she was very young, and she was working for this handsome yacht salesman. And she was very, very honest. To a fault, he said. And so he would, go to make a sale, and he would kind of cut corners, and he would say, oh yeah, and he would say something that was not truthful, and she would correct him in front of the sale, and lose the sale. And he said, finally, he says, I can't fire her, because he loved her. He goes, I can't fire her, so I had to marry her. Then I fired her, because if it wasn't for her, she would have made me go broke. Well, she was trying to make him go straight, because what he was doing was crooked, right? So it's funny that I see the Chicken of the Sea, and it was my dad. And it was interesting because it was 7 years ago I watched it. He was coming on a ship, and next to him stood my twin soul. This man stood at the helm, and he had a mustache, big shiny teeth, big white teeth, and he was the one that had control of that steering wheel. My twin was standing next to him. They were racing across the sea, and as they raced across the sea, the fish were parting in front of the boat. And there was a neon sign that flashed above them, and it said, we're coming to get the cat. We're coming to get the cat. And it's interesting because this one who wrote to me that was doing all of this, she called herself, or he called himself, Cat. We're coming to get the cat. And I thought, oh my God, they're coming to get me. And it was my dad. And I realized I kept getting Ascended Masters are working with you. Probably ones that you're familiar with. Well, there's my father, my grandfather, my mother, my grandmother, my little sister. That's my team. Who knows you and cares about you more than your father that created you, or your family, right? That's my family. They loved me. So it's pretty cool to know that your spiritual family is there. So don't ever think that you are 100% alone, because you are not. I didn't know all this time that my real dad was helping me. He was working for me, right? I didn't know that. So that might be, I just got that that's a message for somebody, that you didn't know this whole time that your dad was working for you and he was protecting you. You didn't know that, did you? So for those who chose the B, get busy and get after the honey, or sweet victory, or the fire element, comes the Eclipse Mermaid. Powerful energy shift. You can see it's a Red Sea. And the number is 10. Something has ended. Now what happened last night, to me, what I understood later was somebody didn't get what they wanted. They lost. They lost. It was over. But they figured they'd take one last stab at it, right? The stab at the Steely knives, that it wasn't going to kill the beast. And I said, it's interesting, my little boat, isn't that interesting? My little boat. My little trailer, that my ET Angel, that's the name of my truck, it's called ET Angel. The ET Angel pulls the Sexy Beast 83 for me. Now it's an 83 Scotty. That's the name, the trailer that it is. So I was trying to find a name that wasn't taken. So Sexy Beast, it just came out. Sexy Beast 83 for me. So that Sexy Beast, right, is being towed behind that angel, the ET Angel. So that means that someone's supporting another, carrying another, pulling another along. but something has ended. The number 10 says there has been an ending. And when there's an ending, there's then a new beginning. Now, when you have an eclipse, there's nothing that anybody can do about an eclipse. You're not going to stop it. That is when the moon covers the sun. Now, the moon talks about illusions. It talks about secrets. The sun is the divine masculine, and the moon is the divine feminine. So this is when the divine feminine covers the divine masculine. I find that really interesting. Covers, as in protects. The divine feminine covering the divine masculine. What did I just say? Your father is protecting you. And I said that that energy, that feminine energy, it could have been a man, right? Somebody was being covered. Somebody was being protected. They didn't know it. And I thought to myself at the time when I watched it, because I don't know that, I mean, I felt it because I always feel it because I'm there. But I watched something happening somewhere else, probably happening tonight, because I see it ahead of time, right? And the father was protecting. And now I said, that guy threw me under the bus. But did he really? Maybe he was just trying not to let anybody know what was going on, right? To get you out of there safely. So it also, to me, means your father is covering you, right? But this was feminine energy. Feminine energy. Now, it could be female energy. It's protecting a masculine, because the sun is the divine masculine. Now, it could also be that the divine masculine, I said, like for myself, I've been the divine masculine my whole life. I needed to be. I didn't have anybody to take care of me, except for my Heavenly Father. And I needed to learn, and I still am learning, how to envelop and embrace my divine feminine. So I may have been the divine masculine that was being covered by my divine feminine loving energy of my spiritual twin, right? That's the protection. You're being covered. You're eclipsed. Now, there's other things that come out with the eclipse energy. Eclipse energy is gnarly, and you can't look at it, right? It'll hurt your eyes. So there's something that you can't see. It'll hurt you. If you were to look upon it, it would hurt you probably, because when the eclipse energy comes, that means that there's an event taking place in your life that it's extremely gnarly. It's like what I watched last night, right? It's a time when scandals happen. It's a time when gossip happens. You need to pay attention and be careful of the internet. Don't unveil or don't share what your secrets are at this time. Don't allow anyone to know exactly what's going on at this time. This is when you have clairvoyant experiences, which is what I clearly had last night, right? You're being told to watch gossip, watch who comes to you and what is said over the internet, how you use the internet. It can be used as a battle place, right? It can be used to inflict Steely knives into others. That's why I had to be careful. That's why I had to address what I did, right? It's talking about reducing or getting rid of or releasing addictions, that chain that binds you. Now, pink champagne on ice, crystal meth, cocaine, heroin, right? Think about everything in Hotel California is about drugs. This chain is in pieces. Let's see how many pieces. 1, 2, 3 pieces. 1 longer piece and 2 shorter pieces. 3 is full circle completion. It also means the ascended masters are working with you. Probably ones that you are familiar with. Mom, dad, grandpa, little sister, whoever it is for you, right? That's who's working for you. They just showed up again. 1 says, keep your thoughts positive. Are you liking what you're creating with what you're thinking right now? If not, elevate your thinking. 0 says there's a new beginning that comes after this ending. This is a time to break those addictions that are not healthy. Addictions to money, addictions to success, addictions to being popular, addictions to needing to be accepted, addictions to gossip, addictions to poor food intake, sugar, whatever your cravings are, sexual addictions, porn addictions, video game addictions, whatever they are, whatever the addictions are, this is a good time to start a healthy regime. There's nothing really you can do to prepare for an eclipse, but you can start addressing those things at this time. This is a very emotional time. Look at the water. It's totally ripped up. Red is passion. It's anger. it's being unleashed, but you're standing still in the midst of it all. So that's what was happening with me last night. I was being full on attacked, and I kept saying, just let me go. I just want to leave. I just want to leave. So there is somebody that just wants to leave, and they're saying, let me go, let me go. But Spirit says, you break the chains. You break the chains that bind. You get rid of what's distracting you, what's holding you back. You're the one. You're the one that needs to choose. This is your life. There are revelations that are being told. There are scandals that are being told. There's gossip about people that you might care about, or yourself, right? This is a time where you might cut your hair off. You might color your hair. You might quit your job, move your house. This is a drastic time. This is a time that if you are working and you're on your soul's path, it's going to be tumultuous. It's been very tumultuous for me. But since I'm on my spiritual path, I'm helped through it. If you don't have your feet on your spiritual path, it's going to be really, really difficult. You're going to get tossed at sea, right? But all of the changes that you go through at this time, even if they are uncomfortable and awful, that didn't feel good for me. But it made it very clear who I didn't want to be around. That is not the energy. That is not my scene, right? I didn't want anything to do with that. So what would you do if you chose this item? You get busy and you get going after the honey, or you're going to get burned like I did, right? You want victory. So you put your feet solidly upon your path and you get going, light worker. This little bee's got blue eyes. Blue is speaking the truth. Blue is about clear communication. Very, very important. I'm going to go to my deck. I thought this was going to be a lot more fun and lighthearted, but I guess what needs to be said, because I don't get to decide what comes out. Spirit does. So we're going to go to the Naked Truth. 333, the Naked Truth. Now I called it that because those are the Ascended Masters. I have 3 piles. One pile of 111 messages, and another pile of 111, and another pile of 111. So let me read to you why I called this deck 333, the Naked Truth. Clearly because I work with the Ascended Masters every single day, exclusively very close with Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, but obviously my mom, my grandmother, my little sister, and my father, who I had no idea. So this may be a really amazing message for someone whose parent has gone into spirit and you're thinking you're on your own. Well, think again. 111, this number brings you the urgent message that your thoughts are manifesting instantly. So keep your mindset focused upon your goals. Keep them focused upon your desires and give any fearful thoughts to heaven for transmutation. And 333, this is the angel answers, angel numbers 101. Doreen Virtue, doesn't matter who wrote it, Spirit actually wrote it. You are completely surrounded, protected, loved, and guided by the benevolent Ascended Masters. You have no reason for fear. So for those who chose the bumblebee, it's a bumblebee. I know what you did. Sad face. I know what you did. Remember? Scandals told, truths be told, truths shown during prophetic dream time. Things uncovered. Things uncovered will come to the surface. Correct for neutrality. The Spirit makes sure of that. Any more in this deck? No? Okay. Just one for that one. So we're going to go through all 3 of them. Correct for neutrality. Message for the ones who chose the bumblebee. The most applicable message, please. Most helpful for the most people. I'm filled up with unconditional love. I can feel it. When it moves past the chakras, it spins. So I'm going to ask Archangel Michael right now. It's filled up. I can feel it moving because I've got to the place where I can feel it moving past my solar plexus. So I'm going to pull it up to the top of my crown. And as it spills out the top, it's going to pour down around the outside. Now, when it went in, the unconditional love burned off any negativity from the inside. Anything that was weak or diseased has been reignited with that unconditional love. And it's got a coating of that. It's protected inside. Now it spills around down the outside. And that beautiful unconditional healing energy turns into titanium. Titanium plating, which is really intriguing because my truck, the ET Angel, is titanium. That's the color. Titanium protected. As soon as it hits the ground, you can hear it. It's like lava. Hits the ground, it cools, and it turns into this hard titanium shielding. And then we ask, but it's love. It's filled with love, unconditional love from the Father. It's very, very powerful. Then we ask for a mirrored plating to be put around the outside. My crown needs to be resealed, please, Archangel Michael. Thank you. So that's complete. Now, anything that was on the outside that came at those steely knives that were stabbing me, those wounds were filled with unconditional love. And all that toxic energy was erased and smoothed off. Before I went to sleep last night, I took a Epsom salt and essential oil bath, lavender bath, and that actually dealt with the wounds that I was carrying already. And it withdraws any toxins from your body. So I was prepared before I went to bed. We need some time alone. That message is being said to you or from someone to you. We need some time alone. Is there any more in this pile? I'll go through it one more time. Now, the mirrored coating that goes around the outside is so that anyone that sends anything towards us is sent back at them. It goes right back to them. It doesn't stick with you. It bounces right off because it's a mirror. It goes back to them. So whatever they say, whether it be good or bad, it goes back. And in my case, it's been set to go back 150 times. So someone said to me, that's not fair. You know, you're sending back more than they send out. No, I'm not sending anything back. I'm just telling you. When you throw your energy against somebody who's actually trying to work for spirit, and I'm not talking about just regular, this is against my spiritual work. This is why this is happening. It's not like a personal vendetta. It's against because of what I do. And any of us that work for spirit, you're harming a light worker, and we're here to do a job. Spirit gave us a job to do. I was asked to accept this. It's not easy, right? I put myself in harm's way every single day. And somebody said, well, I don't understand. If somebody's, why you post yourself on the internet, why you videotape. I do this because I was asked to do this. And I'm open and honest, and I let you guys see when I mess up, and I apologize for it, and I learn along with you. But that's why I do it, because I teach that way. They need your understanding, heart. I know what you did, sad face. Somebody obviously says. They need your understanding, says spirit. And the answer is you need to spend some time alone to figure things out. Okay? So we are now protected, and anything, if you jumped in on that shielding, it's very easy now. Now that you know that it's done, when you think about anything toxic that you've thought, negative self-talk, things that have come from the outside, anything that feels harmful, or if you feel uncertain, all you have to say is, Archangel Michael, clear my shield. Archangel Michael, help me clear my shield. And you imagine it just, he comes down with a vacuum and just sucks out all the negative energy right through your crown. You got to ask for your crown to be open. He'll stand guard and watch it. And then you say, Archangel Michael, bubble. And you immediately have a bubble back around you. I've asked for a bubble. My bubble goes around my entire house, my vehicles, and all around my cats. It covers completely anything that comes through this internet or through that phone. Anything, I have cactuses all around me, because they actually pull the electromagnetic crap, debris. That's why, don't you think that's funny? That when this little rotten one, now this one isn't necessarily rotten now, but the rottenness, when it went flying, it landed face down. What did I say that it took away? The electric magnetic crap. It landed face down in the cactus family, right? So we don't want to say that this is an evil little bitch. Could have been. Because sometimes, see, looking on the outside, all that glitters is not gold, but sometimes what someone else is looking at is that. And in all reality, that's the truth of who they are, right? So it just depends on what the message is. We'll see what comes up with that message. So now we go to the great horned owl with the fish scales, the level, the saw, and the piano. Interesting. Construction worker who knows how to play the piano, and who's always watching. Earth element. And they are a seer. You see clairvoyantly. I love this. The one with the biggest eyes, right? Earth element, the grandmother. I said the grandmother. Wow, I love this. So one, again, keeping your thoughts positive, right? Because whatever you're thinking about, you're bringing about. And then two, Everything is happening exactly as it is meant to happen, with divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. And then 1 and 2 are 3, the Ascended Masters working with you, completely guiding, protecting, and loving you, so there's no reason for fear. So, I'm wondering why we're using this deck so much. It's interesting. It's probably because it's one of my favorites. So the Winged Messenger, she's been crying. She's also been up late at night, not been sleeping very well, right? Has had prophetic dreams, has had probably psychic attacks. She's been seeing things that she didn't like to see. She sees behind her back, she sees all around her, but she's not seeing alone. She's got help. She's talking about events that are about to unfold. I saw what was about to happen. I've already seen what was about to happen. So tonight, when they try to do that, I am fully protected, 100% protected. And I hope that this message gets out to who needs to see it so that they can be fully protected before this energy comes against them, because the football game is tonight. So Spirit's saying, we're sending you messages. We're giving you messages through your dreams. We're giving you messages through your camera. We're giving you messages here. My computer just shut off. Okay, it detached. You're seeing clearly. And you sometimes want to push that away. But notice the color of their eyes. They're all blue. They're truthful. They're truthful. Blue is Archangel Michael's color. It's the color of truth. So a lot of times people, when they have these gifts, they don't want to deal with this. They hide this. Remember in my dream I said that person said, I hate when she talks about all that psychic stuff. That was somebody who was also gifted. That was somebody that didn't want attention drawn to them because it's hard. Because they were going to be made fun of. Because it was going to be dangerous, they felt, for them. But we have got to get to the place where we trust Spirit and understand that Spirit is much more powerful than anybody. Spirit stops bullets. It does. If you don't believe that, you're not awakened, because it's a fact. So when the Winged Seer comes forward, what she does is she or he will show you when people are giving you half-truths, right? They will expose that in ways that people will give themselves away. If someone has stolen something, they'll look at the place in the house where they've stolen it, what they stole. They'll look over there, right? Or if it's hidden somewhere, they'll be looking. Well, watch if somebody's acting cagey, watch where their eyes go, right? People will admit to you what they have done. They do it in the funniest of ways. They'll have a facial tick, or they'll look away, or they can't look you in the eye. And Spirit will show you. Somebody will say to you, you'll tell somebody something, and they'll take offense at it, like you've blamed them. You haven't blamed them. Why did you jump to the conclusion I was blaming you? You're making yourself look obvious, right? So you're going to have supernatural sources that bring you information. Pay attention. Pay attention. You'll get flashes of a future like I do. You'll get flashes from the past like I did with my dad. Like, oh my gosh, that didn't just show me my dad. That also showed me somebody else, a mirror of someone else. Someone that was coming to get the cat. And it wasn't my spiritual twin. It was the man standing next to him, the father standing next to him, right? They were coming to get the cat. I know who the cat is. So this is the Eye of Ra. The Eye of Ra that is showing you your future. You may be able to remote view, like I was able to remote view. I'm not shown, I don't do it on command. It happens when Spirit says it happens. You'll be able to get information from people when you don't even ask for it. They'll offer it. You'll be like, thanks for that, right? So when you take that information that comes to you, you may not be able to prove it. That happened to me last night. I watched all of that happen. I was there. But I couldn't write down and prove you were there, you did this. But I know what was going on. So there's information that comes to you. Don't push that away. You're being told, this is confirmation for you. Yes, you are seeing this correctly. Now that you know this, you need to take action based on what you can't prove to anyone else. Because you don't need to prove it to anyone else. You need to take action. Be honest with what you see, and be honest with yourself about what you see, right? So let's see what the naked truth. Now, how do you like that, right? 333, Ascended Masters working with me for sure. The naked truth. So this is not Candy coated. This is straight in your face where it's at. So correct for neutrality on all levels. Father, for those who chose the great horned owl or the wood element, the earth element, can you show us a message from this pile that would be most applicable, most helpful, most enlightening? I feel quite calm and peaceful actually myself. A bit tired still, but I'll go to bed early tonight. Oop, that one. Stop enabling them. Let them learn. Understand karma. That's what I said. If I was not aware of karma, I would have been concerned, right? But I'm not concerned. It's not my deal, not my monkeys, not my war. Spirit stepped in. That's called divine intervention. So stop enabling them, whoever it is. Stop allowing this crap to happen. Allow them to learn their lesson. They need to learn their lesson. Karma is theirs, right? You're not their karma. Karma is theirs to learn. I got my own karma, right? And I say I welcome karma. I got it quick, man. I got smacked fast, right? I don't get a day or two to feel justified, right? I get smacked right away. That's what happens. Correct for neutrality. Correct for neutrality. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose the great horned owl, you broke my spirit. You broke my spirit. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Any more for this one? Whoa. 2. Tell your family, friends, ex to back off. Defend. Focus on health and healing. I resonate with this. Tell your family, your friends, and your ex to back off. Defend. Don't throw me under a bus. Right? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality. Interesting. I just got a flash. I posted something on my Facebook page because I'm looking at fixing up this little trailer. And there was a bus. I wanted to fix up a bus. And I saw these 2 guys, 2 friends that came together and they fixed up these buses and they lived on them. And I said, the one that I showed, I said, how cool is that? And it was a really cool bus, retro. They fitted it out. They had done the whole thing. It was really beautiful. And they were on a piece of property and they pulled the property up and they had just like a porch that was built that was basically, that just was left there, right? It was really cool. And I said, how neat is that they can just pull away and head off on an adventure from that little porch that they built right there. But it was a bus. Don't throw me under a bus. It's on a farm. I'll show it to you. See? Williams Brothers bus. So on this land, they live off the grid. There's their solar panels. They got that. So on the farm, don't throw me under their bus. The truth has been exposed. They now know. And a message, this is a beautiful message. They treasure you like no other. Wow. Somebody treasures you like no other. Somebody knows the truth has been exposed. Tell your family and friends to back off, and your ex, and defend us. Don't throw me under a bus. Correct for neutrality. 1. They learned an important lesson in this. Okay, so for those who chose the angel, I did. I love this. Protect this woman. Protect this woman. Air element. Protect this woman. So fire, earth, air, water is that little sea witch. How interesting. Sea beacon fairy. Now, pay attention to the words too. They have double meanings. Guidance, but where will it lead you? So what I'm getting here is somebody has given somebody information. Somebody's given them guidance. They said, you should do this. Do this. And they listened to them. And when they did that, it caused all kinds of problems. Like, Tell them this story. You know, make this happen. Make them believe this. Instead of telling the truth, do this. So instead of listening to your own highest self, instead of listening to what Spirit has to say, you're listening to your friends, your neighbors, right? And they've guided you. But where did they guide you? Look where this one is holding the light, right? They're holding the light. She's standing on a pile of sharp rocks. And she's holding the light right there above the rocks. And this is above, just out, hanging out over the edge, right? Makes it look like the lighthouse is over here. When in fact, there is no lighthouse. There is no light coming from this one, right? This one is throwing the light over here. This one's the magician in reverse, right? Guidance, but where will it lead you? So the number is 3. So what do? You call upon the Ascended Masters. This one says, protect this woman. Right? This one is not protecting. This one is leading somebody right to the rocks to crash. She's pretending to hold the light out here and say, this is safe harbor, this is safe harbor. Right? I said, just because somebody appears to be an angel of light doesn't mean that they are. Protect this woman. Protect this woman. Do this. This will be the best thing for her. And Spirit saying, who are you listening to? So you call on the Ascended Masters and ask the Ascended Masters to guide you. You're being guided somewhere, absolutely. Right? The ship that's coming across. Is it coming to the safe harbor? Remember that one that was coming across the water fast? And the fish were parting in front of it, and that man, the father was at the helm, and my twin standing next to him? They were coming, and this one's saying, go this way, do this, go this way. Is that the path that you need to follow? Are you so quick to take the first road, the easiest way, that you jump at something? Maybe you better wait a little bit. Maybe you need to slow your roll, just a squirt, right? Are you so eager to avoid the challenge? Remember last night? That one didn't want to be a part of it. And said, I hate it when she does that. Talks all spiritual like that. And then left me open and exposed. Now as I said, I was probably somebody else, right? So there was not a true friend. Whoever was there was not a true friend. Are you so eager to not get into a kerfuffle or to stand strong or to deal with this challenge? Remember, Spirit said, we're not going to stop all of the challenges. We're not going to prevent these things from happening, but we'll help you through it. We will guide you through it. Not her, right? We will guide you through. So should you wait it out and choose a different direction? I think you need to think about this, right? Spirit's asking you to think about this because you could perish. You're thinking, great, well, that's not cool. No, it's making you stop. It's making you stop and think about what people are saying to you. Are they walking their walk? Are they talking their talk? It's good to say what, you can shoot your mouth off, but do you back it up, right? Are you able to walk your walk and talk your talk? What they're saying is there's a solution to a problem in front of you. And this one's saying, this is the way you can do it. This is the best way to handle this. This is what you should do. But whether you should do this or not is altogether a different answer, right? Don't be so quick to jump at the first one. This is about, we just came out of Mercury retrograde. So it was like, wait till Mercury retrograde and then start to move forward, right? But don't rush headlong into something. Right now, Spirit's saying, keep things under the vest. Under the vest. I know who I'm talking to. Keep it under the vest. Don't share with others what you're thinking, what your plans are. There's a lot of paths and a lot of solutions that may come from a lot of different people, but not all of them are healing. This one is standing in a sea of green, which would show love and healing. But look what she's doing. She's very misleading. She's not healing, she's misleading. Correct for neutrality. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality. Stop enabling them. Let them learn karma. So is someone saying that you need to protect this one? You need to protect this one. And so what you're doing is you're not protecting, you're actually enabling, you're allowing someone. It's like somebody's doing something that you know they shouldn't be doing. But you're there to protect them, and so you keep shielding them, you keep protecting them. But they're doing the wrong thing. That is not helping them. That's enabling them, and it's not your job. And you were told to let go. Stop enabling them. Allow them to learn on their own. It's called karma. Maybe they need to learn that. Maybe they need that karmic lesson. They didn't get it the first 400 times they got it, right? They didn't get it. So let them learn. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality. Correct for neutrality. I keep trying to put this one back and it keeps trying to come out. So I'm going to put it away one more time. It's the same one. Correct for neutrality. What is the message for those who chose? And I chose this, right? I chose this. I already got a message. I already knew. I already knew. Spirit showed me something and it made me think twice. Correct for neutrality. So it was like, you know what? A perfect solution has occurred, but is it the best solution? Think about it. Think about it. Stop and think about it. And it did. Is it the best way to go? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose the angel. Sometimes I don't show you how much I love you. That's a shame, isn't it? Sometimes I don't show you how much I love you. You can say you love someone, but if you never tell them, you never show them, it doesn't really help them, does it? They just lost their job. They're humiliated. And Spirit says, don't worry about it. You didn't just lose that job. We protected you. We got rid of that for you because something better is there for you. Because that job was toxic for you, or the people there were. Don't be humiliated. Be grateful. Be grateful. Correct for neutrality on all levels. That's actually music to my ears. You played the piano. Music to my ears. They just lost their job. Good. Good. That means progress. Right? You think it's going in a negative direction. And you think, okay, there's a perfect solution that's just come up. Let's jump on this. No, don't. Don't. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. No more on that deck? Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Curious to see what the little glitzy bitch gets. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Ooh, you know what I just heard? That one learned their lesson. I just heard the wise one. The wise one. I like that. They need your understanding. They need your understanding. They just lost their job. Right? They're humiliated. They need your understanding. Well, they need to understand they don't have any reason to feel humiliation. At all. Too many. I can't take 7. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I could take the number 7, though. I love the number 7. 777 is my number. Correct for neutrality on all levels. There we go. Teach me how to please you. Teach me how to please you. That's good, right? This is like just following somebody else's advice. You should do this. You should do this. This one's saying, teach me how to please you. You go directly to the source of the one that matters. Don't ask anybody else. Ask the one that matters to you, right? And that you care about. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. 1, please. Unless you say there's more. Okay, there's 2. Thank you for being loyal and loving me. Heart, smile. You never age. Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Thank you for being loyal and loving me. Loyalty is like, that's love, right? Loyalty. Love loyalty. Okay. So, I thought that was going to be a lot lighter. So let's see. So this one became the wise one, right? I like that. This one that thought all that glittered was gold and it ended up not being so. They're probably the one who lost their job. And now they're the wise one. Maybe they don't realize that. Oh, you know why? Because they're holding on way too long to something, an old ancient relic. This is interesting. This is ancient beliefs, customs, ideas, traditions. Strangely lonely. So lonely, holding on, waiting, holding on, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy where I am. I'm miserable. Holding on to something that just doesn't work for me. What was it? Something that you were given? Something that somebody gave you that meant a lot to you? Parts of yourself that aren't working properly? This looks like a cross, an old cross. To me, it's religion. something that connects you to your family. This one, even while they're surrounded by other people, they're lonely. They feel like they need to keep themselves there. They stay there because that's how they feel protected. People stay. Remember that Stockholm syndrome, right? They stay with their abusers, their kidnappers, because in some strange way they feel like they're safer there than out on their own. The number 1 and 7. Okay, 1. Remember I said I can't take 7? 1, keep your thoughts positive. You're creating something, right? 7, if you stay on your spiritually illuminated path, it will exceed your expectations. And 8 says an infinite supply will be an infinite supply of abundance, whatever you need. The number 8. The number 8 signifies abundance and prosperity. The endless loops in this number signify an infinite flow of money, time, ideas, or whatever you require, especially for your life purpose. If you are working on your life purpose, you are being helped because you are working with spirit. That's what I'm saying. Don't be afraid of others attacking you for being a spiritual person and staying on your soul's path. If you are doing your soul's work, you're supported by Archangel Michael, by Archangel Metatron, by the benevolent descended masters who nobody can fuck with. Nobody. Nobody wants to go where Archangel Michael wants to throw them if they don't leave peacefully on their own. They don't. He doesn't want to do that either, but he will. That's his job, right? So right now, you're holding on tightly to something that's a barrier. Whatever it is that you're holding on to, whether it be old friends, an old business, old ideas, people that are toxic, people that are, whatever it is that you're holding on to, your belief system, negative self-talk, insecurity, it's making you feel isolated. It's actually proving to be a barrier as well. Maybe it's the idea that I need to be this way to keep myself safe and protected, so I need to behave this way. I can't open myself up. I can't allow anybody close to me because they're going to fuck me over because that's what's happened. So I have to behave like this. But you need to open up enough to allow yourself to draw towards you people that are actually truthfully like you. Not like that mob mentality that was around me where I was last night. First of all, I would never be at a football game because I don't like sports. If I'm not playing it, I'm not watching it, right? So everybody was at this football party. There's a bunch of bros. I don't hang out with that scene. That's not my scene. So this one was there because I was in their body. And they were not happy. They were being attacked by everybody. They were being made fun of. They did not belong. I hate it when that person talks all spiritual. They were not where they were supposed to be. It made them feel isolated. They didn't have like-minded ones around. It's like me. It's like somebody said to me, someone that is a friend from way back. I was about to say from the old school. Said to me, can you turn that off? Can you not talk about that all the time? And I thought, what do you mean? It's just part of my daily conversation. It's how I live my life. No, I can't turn it off. Can you turn off the air and not breathe for a few hours? This is my life. This is who I am. So as we ascend and we awaken, we change. We're not like the ones that we used to be. We're not like them anymore. I didn't belong in that place. And what ended up happening? I was getting stabbed all over with Steely knives. But no matter what they did, they couldn't kill the beast. Who? I'm friends with the monster under my bed. I'm okay with the voices in my head. I'm not crazy. I know who's talking to me. I know who's directing me. I know who's protecting me. And you know that when I rhyme, it's higher self, right? So I'm friends with that monster, who you call a monster. And those Steely knives could not kill that beast. That's why E.T. Angel pulls behind her a sexy little beast, 83, for me, right? That's why that it was named for a reason. There's reasons for everything. You crave metaphysical conversations. You crave talking about, this is like food for the soul. This is good. It's interesting. Discussions about things that you didn't understand. I'm looking at the Celtic knots. I'm Welsh. That's my heritage. Those are Celtic knots, right? So you're holding on to something from your ancestry, something from the past. But this is not positive. This is not making you happy. You can hold on to it all you want. You can hold on to your beliefs. This is customs. This is how we do it in our family. This is the way it's always been done. This is what it's supposed to be. A woman is not supposed to be out there speaking on the internet. I don't like that. That's not supposed to happen. That's inappropriate. It's not how it's done in our family. Well, it's a good thing I'm not part of your family, right? So, and you can have family members who feel that way. My son does, but we don't associate with each other. It's oil and water and they don't mix. I don't like that kind of dressing anyway. So right now, Spirit says you need to hold on to what's truth for you, right? And if you do stay on your spiritually illuminated path, it will exceed your expectations and you will have an abundant supply of everything and anything that you need all the way around the board. So if you're the one who lost your job because Spirit aligned it for you to get the hell out of there, and now you've got the ability to go somewhere different, do something different, maybe you were tied down to a place. Those chains, they got busted off. I won't be putting that back on here. I'll be putting something else on here, something that I like, right? Something that I want to swing from, not from that. Ooh, that was a message. Swingers, that was a message. That broke. So Spirit says right now, there's something that you feel that you need to protect. Your space, your heart, your physicality. Spirit wants you to hold on tighter to who you are, to what you believe, to what's yours, to what you accept, what you want to hold on to, not what you feel that you need to. Depending on what it is that you feel is important or what you feel that you must have around you creates the heaven or hell that you live in. There is no heaven. There is no hell. This is heaven. This is hell, right? We can create either. So let go a little bit. Relax a little bit, right? Let go of what you're holding on to. Surrender it. Surrender it to Spirit. And at this time, you do have a shield of protection if you ask for it. Be careful of who you let in, right? You want to recreate a proper world for yourself. One that's filled with love. One that doesn't make you feel like that. Spirit is saying your message is right now, there is one person that needs to be cut out. They need to be shown the door. And there's one person that needs to be allowed in. You know who these people are. This isn't about feeling guilty. This isn't about thinking about them. This is about thinking of you. The one that you're holding on to is making you codependent. You are codependent on that. You're holding on to that one like a security blanket. And Spirit says you need to let that one, point that one to the door, tell them it's time for you to go, or it's time for you to go. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the glitzy little owl that broke free from the chains. No? Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Oop, there we go. I like it when they drop or pop. You hurt me. You hurt me. Please give me a second chance. You hurt me. Please give me a second chance. If you're going to give them a second chance, or the one that you're going to drop and show the door, you don't do it in your own private home. You meet them in public. Clearly, it's not safe for them to come into your home. Either, I just heard their case in the joint. Don't bring them in there. They'll steal something from you. Meet them somewhere public. They're toxic. If you have to meet them at all. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Ooh, I like that. Went flying. Are you now at a place of peace? Are you now at a place of peace? Didn't look like it here, right? But have you calmed down? Are you now at a place of peace? Okay, you hurt me. Okay, but are you at a place of peace? Are you calm? Like, can we meet? Because I would like you to give me a second chance. Or, if you're wondering if this is your message, are you at a place of peace? Or do you feel like this? Right? Correct for neutrality on all levels. One more pile. Correct for neutrality. Father? Which one? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Woo! Nope. Oh, they went, how interesting. They jumped out and they went right back in. They jumped out and they went right back in. Somebody jumped out. You know when they say they jump you out in a gang or they jump you in? Somebody jumped out and they went right back in. That's too bad. That's too bad. Correct for neutrality on all levels. They jumped out and they went right back in. Sometimes I don't show you how much I love you. You hurt me. Please give me a second chance. Sometimes I don't show you how much I love you. Are you now at a place of peace? Correct for neutrality. This could literally be somebody asking someone who has gone into spirit and they're concerned. Are you now at a place of peace? I asked this when Lily went, and it was important for me to find out. And I asked for my mother to give me a sign when she picked Lily up. And on the way, before I even left the vet, I looked up and there was a rainbow. On the way home, I saw another rainbow. And when I got to the house, there was a rainbow on the stairs. That was sign after sign after sign that she had met with my mother. She was at a place of peace. So, are you now at a place of peace? Do you need to ask Spirit for a sign to show you you are now at a place of peace? They are now at a place of peace. Could be all different, right? They don't all have to go together. Somebody is saying, I love someone else. You hurt me. Give me a second chance. I love someone else. That's why you're meeting them in public if you have to meet them. This is to someone else. Sometimes I don't show you how much I love you. One more. No, not that many. Not that many. Please. That's too many. This is a lot already. Do we need any more from here? Wow. 2. I was just going to say the 1. Your partner trusts you. Be loyal to them. This is a really important one. Your partner trusts you. Be loyal to them. He is being seduced by another. Wow. Here we go. Please give me a second chance. You hurt me and I love someone else. He or she is being seduced by another. Your partner trusts you. Be loyal to them. So, sometimes I don't show you how much I love you. I would say that you ought to get on that, right? Somebody trusts you and is asking for loyalty. Spirit is asking for your loyalty. And he or she is being seduced by another. Now, remember, being seduced doesn't have to be a person. It can be, since considering somebody is saying, I love someone else, right? I love someone else. You need to actually, a lot of times people want to be passive aggressive, don't want to, remember that one message? They didn't want to, get into the middle of it. It was easier just to kind of like hang out there and not really say anything. It was going to, if I say that, I'm not going to have a place to live. Like say you're staying in an ex's, you're living at somebody else's house, but you're in love with someone else. You're staying there because of the money. You're staying there because of financial security, but you're in love with somebody else. And what you're doing is you're stalling in the one situation that you have no business being in, while not moving because you've got fear of moving into the other situation. You're holding on to something that's not working. You're needing to be showing somebody the door and letting another person in. And that's all I'm going to say because it's pretty obvious. I just got that from Spirit. So that's it. I'm going to ask for some positive affirmations because I would like some funny and a little bit of levity. We're at 1 hour and 23 minutes, so I want to wrap this up on a positive note. It's always positive. It's just that because it's information that we need, right? But it was a little heavy. Correct for neutrality. I mean, it was all a little heavy. Correct for neutrality on all levels. And it wasn't coming from here because this place is cleared out. Look at my little dragonfly lights. Aren't they cute? I've got dragonfly lights up in my little trailer too. Ooh, maybe I could put ones like that. The ones that I have in my trailer are just white lights. Just white light. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose the bumblebee, what is the affirmation? I just heard for me. Okay. Correct for neutrality. Connection. I am connected to the multitudes. Look at those emperor penguins. There's little emperor penguins, medium ones, and large ones, but they're all emperor penguins. I'm connected to the multitudes and I can access their support at any time. Remember, the United Collective, that's all of us, the light workers across the world, even Spirit. Even a stranger offers a sense of comfort when they smile at me or make a dumb comment about the weather. Everyone's waiting to connect. All I need to do is open myself up and pay attention. Note to self, work on witty banter about weather-related stuff. Remember that one said? That one message we just got? You need to open up, at least allow one in and show one the door, but you got to open up. You got to trust. For those who chose the wood owl, he was fire elements. Friendliness. Look at this gator. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today I'll remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money might also work. So that's a specific message for someone. Somebody that actually has some money might be able to help somebody out. There's something that they know, right? Somebody that's in a pinch, right? Perhaps that person who lost their job. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the angel, the woman to protect. Oh, same one. So, air element and wood element. Ooh, I showed you the backside of that. That's a message in itself. The backside. They have a connection. Okay. I find this interesting. This one that they were thinking that they needed to protect, or said that they needed to protect, they're walking out. One's going through the door, right? One's going off this way. You're being told to show someone the door. This is the wise one. This is the one that's the seer. The one that's the construction worker that knows how to play the piano, that's a fan, that's always watching. It thinks that they're protecting this woman, or maybe this woman is the one that's leaving. Friendliness. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today I will remember what an awesome power I hold. I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money might also work. For those who chose the glitzy little owl, the one that became wise, right? The one that learned their lesson. Remember the other, don't enable them. Don't enable them, let them learn on their own. This one became wise. That one is the water element. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Those who chose the water element. Joy. Popcorn. To enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. Joy is like butter. I can put it on anything and it'll make it better. Today I will add joy to everything. I'll really slather it on. Today I am the Orville Redenbacher of joy, and life's popcorn is about to get it. Yay! There you are. Hi-ho Silver. That little bunny leaping forward on their magical unicorn and following that rainbow. And look at the light emanating from them, right? They're ready to rip. Woo! Okay, you guys, that's it. I'm going to upload this and hopefully get this to you tonight. And I hope that if my dream was merely prophetic, I don't think it was. But obviously everything comes out at the time when it's meant to be seen. So maybe somebody is remote viewing the way I did and will hear what I'm saying and don't necessarily need to watch the video. But whoever needs to see it will get it when they need to see it. So I love you guys. Hope you have a beautiful night. And we'll speak again soon. Bye.